I haven't fallen in love with my best friend, but sometimes the people I loved became my best friends later. With the kind of hate being spewed in social media and news, what we are seeing everywhere, I think we need love, man. We need more love. We need more compassion. We need more laughter. The web series has become more like a book. I can read 5 pages, shut it, open it later, read 50 pages, shut it, open it, and finish the book. It's my choice. It's in my control. That's what OTT has done.
Hello, Javed sir. Welcome to ETimes.
Hello. Hi.
How are you doing?
Good. All good. Imran, ठीक-ठाक.
Sir, start में इसी से करना चाहूँगा sir कि it's a fanboy moment for me first of all, alright? I've seen you from the time I was just a small kid from Boogie Woogie days to Takeshi's Castle to Salam Namaste, and now I'm finally talking to you. So it's just a fanboy moment for me.
Thank you.
Alright. The good news is that Never Kiss Your Best Friend is season 2 is coming, and you are in that. And I must say, it's always a treat to watch you on screen. So you have always entertained us.
Thank you.
Let's start by just asking you this: love story set in London always has the feel to it, right? Because Never Kiss Your Best Friend is also set in London. What's your thoughts on that?
Technically, first season, I wasn't there. Yeah. I came into season 1.5, which was a lockdown special, which was an amazing achievement because everybody was in their homes, they were locked down, and they shot it individually with their phone cameras. Right. And everybody was on Zoom call and they were interacting. So that was an amazing experience.
All right. But so do you agree like it's but natural to like fall in love with your best friend, even take it as a Gen Z or millennial or Gen X, whatever you take? And have you ever fallen in love with your best friend?
No, I haven't. I haven't fallen in love with my best friend. But sometimes the people I loved became my best friends later. Yeah, I think it's when I was growing up, they were pretty clear that there were not so much of best friends among girls and guys. So there were friends. You had girls who were friends. You had boys who were friends. But technically, the best friend is to be mostly the same sex. So it was mostly the boys and the boys and the girls and the girls. I think it evolved later, somewhere in the 90s, where girls and guys became best of friends without having a romantic inclination. But it's tricky. It's tricky because there's a lot of chances of spilling over. And I think there's a big chance actually of spilling over. Yeah.
All right. But do you also agree with this that today's day and time and age, whatever happenings outside the world, rom-com or rom-dramas, it's a need of an hour. And from time to time, we do need such romantic dramas to keep the balance in the world. And
yeah, man, what's happening around nowadays with the kind of hate being spewed in social media and news, what we are seeing everywhere, I think we need love, man. We need more love. We need more compassion. We need more laughter. So yeah, it's very required now.
But do you feel that rom-coms are kind of overrated in today's generation, or do you believe that rom-com is here to stay?
Man, it's always been there. If you look at it from look at novels, look at Shakespeare, look at classics, Tennessee Williams. You look at, there's always romance has never been. It's always been there. Now it's like instant, like Insta noodles, Insta that. So you have Insta romance. So it's like the stability is not there because today the generation they want immediate results. Some things have to be worked on. They have to grow. They don't have the patience now. That's the problem, I think, and it's not just me analyzing it. It's a whole study we done on this,
right?
And the Gen Z especially. And because of the phone and the internet, that whole looking for appreciation, looking for attestation, and how it disturbs you, the likes and the dislikes, the thumbs ups and all that stuff, man. It's just crazy. People are so dependent on that and their whole lives are circulating around that. And it takes a huge toll on your on your psyche and your self-respect sometimes and your confidence, all these things.
But something that could happen with today's generation is the OTT platform that's coming, right? I would say that OTT is a boon for us, right? New talents are coming up and showcasing the talent. Established actors are coming on this platform and reinventing themselves on this particular platform. So you have seen the industry evolve from the days of radio to TV, then the theaters. Now we have OTT as a platform. So what do you have to say about this fearless platform? How do you enjoy working on this? Do you see any difference?
The platform, personally, it's an access because it's in your hand, in the palm of your hand. So you can access it.
Yeah.
But it's more of the content, which is what we call web series. The web series has become more like a book. Like cinema was not a book, because cinema was 90 minutes, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, 3 hours. And you watch, you go somewhere, buy a ticket, sit in a seat with X amount of 100 people, and you watch a screen, and then you come back home. So yeah, it's undivided attention. Yes, you're sitting and watching, focus. Television, it went the opposite. It's like, okay, here's a remote control. I switch you off, I switch you on, I change the channel. I'm talking to my friends and I'm watching the TV. Now, the advantage of OPD, it's like a book. A book is something you can pick up. I can read 5 pages, shut it, open it later, read 50 pages, shut it, open it, and finish the book. It's my choice. It's in my control. That's what OTT has done.
Right.
It's in your control.
All right, but do you think in terms of opportunities as well, OTT is a platform which is giving opportunities to all the talent, irrespective of where they come from and which family they belong to?
No, I'll tell you what. Television also give opportunities, because the problem with cinema was, saleability, star appeal, valuation of a star. So it was dependent on that. Who's in your movie? Not what's your movie about. It was about who's in your film. And that's what used to sell the film. Right. I mean, how can that be? Where's the content? Now, television, it was not so much about the stars. It became about the show, the content. OTT went a step further. That, okay, I don't need to sell a star. I can take anybody. I can tell a good story. And I spend on the production.
All right, sir. I also want to talk to you about Takeshi's Castle too. I recently saw you tweet about it. The best thing about that particular series was your commentary, and we all enjoyed it. Are we seeing you back in that?
Well, I would love to be a part of that. I don't know. I haven't been approached for it, but I would love to be. It was like my favorite. I enjoyed it thoroughly while doing it. When I did it very little money. It wasn't for the money. And then later on, yes, we were paid a little better. But when I started to do it, I was hardly paid, nothing. But I did it because I felt, okay, it's a charity, children. I didn't even know it would be appealing to the adults so much. But whilst I was doing it, and I realized I'm enjoying this, man. And I said, if I'm enjoying it, then there will be a lot of other adults like me who would enjoy it. Initially, it was meant for kids. They said, it's for kids. But no, and it had a huge adult following also who are enjoying that. It's a timeless show. And the beauty of that show, the way it was done, was there was no commitment to time and space. So you don't know when it is, you don't know where it is. True. It is a world created on its own. And there are these crazy participants. And I don't think you will get participants like that in India. Somebody attempted it. But they get very serious. They all want to win. But Takeshi was all about participation and having fun.
The best thing about it was you, sir. You have to agree on that. The best thing about it was...
Well, I was enjoying it myself. So if there was no content, I couldn't have done what I did. So,
True.
It was content. So it was like an amazing combination, you can say, of content and somebody enjoying that content and commenting on it.
So we always remember one of the favorite character that we like of yours is from Salaam Namaste, the Jaggu one. We want to go and get a nostalgic feeling about it. And let's talk about that particular character. Where did it come from and how much did you enjoy doing that particular one? Because it's still with us and stays with us, right?
Siddharth Malhotra, when he approached me and with a lot of love and respect. And he said, sir, it's not a big role, but it's a great fun role. And I'm not looking at just a comedian. I'm looking at a very good actor who can hold and take it to the next level. So the Abbas Tyrewala, very, very, very amazing writer. he had written it. But I was interacting much more with Siddharth, and then Aditya Chopra met me, and same thing he explained to me. He said, "We'd love you to be a part of this." And so it was exactly, and it was a character who has got this white girl who's like his floozy, and he just wants to show up because he was deprived. He was coming from a small village. He made it. He struck a kind of lottery, and he's got a lot of money. So now he wants to live the high life, what he thinks, and he wants to be Crocodile Dundee. And then I tried to get whatever I could to the table. I said, like, okay, suppose he doesn't speak. He's coming from Bihar, so his English is not very good. He's trying to speak English, so he's got this little crazy English, which is kind of broken, bad grammar. And then you have his attitude and demeanor, which I felt I thought, let me take a bit of Firoz Khan Saab, and mix Firoz Khan Saab with a little bad English, and just make the whole, put together a concoction. And it just and so I was in America, and they were shooting in Australia, and I went there, and none of this homework was done. So when I went there, I said, suppose I do it like this. And you give me a cigar, I that talks like that. I don't that trust the Indians, babes. What I always just says about the Indians. So the whole thing is, when I came on set and Siddharth, so I said, sir, it works great. And of course, the costume that worked out, which was similar to Crocodile Dundee. But the walk and the talk, and the demeanor, that happened there when I went on set, and I said, I came with my homework done a little bit. And then there was a lot of improv in dialogues. And that really added to it. So it just happened. And Saif was amazing because I think he's totally an unselfish actor from perspective of he doesn't tread on, he remains in character. And he will not try to impose, keeping in mind, I'm the hero. And that, I think, is a huge contribution to that character's success, the exactly guy, because if Saif had not played his character and let himself be dominated by this character, it wouldn't have worked. So, I think kudos to him, and he's really evolved as an actor, and I'm really fond of him. When my last shot was there, and they say it's a wrap for Javed, and there was all this white crew, they were like applauding, because that's probably, they understood. I was the only person because I was speaking a bit of English. All the other characters were Hindi and Urdu. And so for me, it was a moment. And Siddharth, after he shot that scene where I'm coming down the steps and says, "Kahan ja rahi ho? Isse kaam pe. Mujhe kaam wali auratein bahut pasand hai." All these things were added. Goods, the mornings. And she said, "Good mornings." And I said, "Aye, the lights. Sahi Angrezi bol rahi ho. When in the Rome, do the Romans." So all that, it just came and it just happened. And the whole scene. And Siddharth said, "Man, this is going to be a cult character." After that scene got over. So it's a moment, and I was lucky to have gotten the opportunity to be able to play with a character like that.
So we were lucky to see you in that character. Thank you so much for giving us that as well.
Thank you.
And it's always a treat to watch you, sir. Never Kiss Your Best Friend is coming very soon, and we would love to see you in that.
Yeah, it's a very good series. Actually, it's a very interesting, very relatable series to what's happening in relationships today, and the kind of life and the dilemmas. So I think it'll be a fun watch.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for chatting with me, and thank you so much for giving all the answers that I needed today.
Okay, Imran, are you fasting or not?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay. All the best.
Ramzan Mubarak, sir.
Yeah, okay, man.